Hello students, welcome to lecture series. Today in our session we are going to discuss about the different types of um, grain dryers. Okay, so before getting to the topic, have this puzzle to refresh your minds and let me know your answers in the comment box. So what is the main objective of grain drying? It is to reduce the moisture content to a safe level of like 12% to 14% for most grains. This prevents the spoilage, the mold growth, and the insect infestation during the storage time. And there are two basic methods, so natural air drying and the mechanical drying. So in natural air drying, it is weather dependent, slow, and low cost. While in mechanical drying, they use heated air, making it fast, reliable, and hygienic. So we mainly use two types of mechanical dryers like batch dryers uh, and continuous flow dryers. So in batch dryers, it is suitable for small to medium scale on farm usage. Okay, so the dryers will be set directly in the farm locations so that no more transportation from the harvesting field to the dryer will be made, so that will be avoided, so that this dryers will be set in the farms itself. So the grain is loaded, dried, cooled, and then unloaded in batches. So continuous flow dryers, they are ideal for large commercial operations. So grain flows continuously through hot and cold zones, uh, while common flow patterns include cross flow, mixed flow, concurrent flow, and counterflow. So popular industrial models are the LSU dryer, which is so famously used and developed by Louisiana State University, and the recirculatory batch dryer, so PHTC type of dryer, and the fluidized bed dryers. Okay, and the next one is the selection criteria of grain dryers. So there are few parameters which will be taken as the selection criteria, particularly when we are choosing the correct or the right dryers for right product. So there will be appropriate types. So the first criteria is the capacity requirement. So based on daily harvest volume and how quickly the grain needs to be dried. The second one is type of grain. So high moisture corn, for example, high moisture corn needs faster drying, while delicate seeds require lower temperatures. And the third one is energy source. So propane, natural gas, electricity, or biomass like husk fired furnaces. So these are kind of energy sources preferred for the dryers. And return on investment. So high efficiency dryers can reduce fuel costs by up to 35%. And the climate conditions. So in high humidity areas, high temperature mechanical dryers are preferred. So these are the main selection criteria for the dryers. Okay. So the next one is construction of grain dryers. For example, if we take LSU dryer, okay, LSU dryer, then we have the following main components or main parts of the dryer. So the first one will be the drying chamber or the tower, where a vertical or horizontal structure often made of galvanized steel for durability. So so the drying chamber consists of the uh, vertical or horizontal structure. Okay, so the next component is the air heating systems. So for burners like gas or oil or furnaces husk, so that heat the air up to 40 degrees Celsius to 90 degrees Celsius. And the next part of the system is the blower or fan system. So the centrifugal fans to force heated air through the grain column, and the grain flow regulation, so dosing rollers or hopper bottoms to control the discharge speed and ensure uniform moisture reduction, and perforated screens, so it allows air to pass through the dryer while holding the grain, like 20 gauge steel and 2 diameter holes. So this is the generalized specification of the grain dryer like LSUs. So the next one is operation. Here, like first they perform a pre-drying inspection to check the fans and burners and clean all the dust and fine accumulations to prevent the fire risks. So during loading, they fill the drying column uniformly so that hot air passes through the entire grain mass without bypassing. And we have a temperature control over here, like 40 to 55 degrees Celsius for paddy, while corn may tolerate up to like 100 degrees Celsius. So in batch dryers, they keep recirculating the grain until the desired moisture level is reached. So moisture is regularly checked by taking samples. After drying, they move to the cooling process. So now they turn off the heat and run only the fans to bring the grain temperature down to within like 10 degree Fahrenheit of the ambient air temperature. So finally, the dried and cooled grain is automatically discharged into the storage area. So, like we have to consider the maintenance and safety measures too, right? So daily maintenance, they clean dust collection boxes and perforated screens for every 24 hours to prevent fire hazards. And periodical maintenance is of course necessary, where the lubricate bearings, they check belt tension and inspect burners and also balance fan blades to avoid vibration. So all these measures will be done in a periodical manner, and safety protocols will be carried out like keeping a fire watch after operations, locate the dryer away from the grain storage buildings, and always have fire extinguishers nearby. So after the season, they have to do thorough cleaning and replace worn pots. So pre-harvest checklist is here for your reference, and we can summarize the points. To sum up all the points we have discussed, we can say that choosing the right grain dryers and maintaining it properly helps the farmers and processors safely reduce moisture, prevents losses, and maintain grain quality. Thank you.